Sup internet, welcome to week 2 of SourceFed. My name's Philip DeFranco.
And I'm Joe Beretta.
And this is the first video for today's 20 minutes or less, our Monday to Friday news show where as news happens or as it matters to us, we post videos to the web, but never more than 20 minutes of video a day. And of course, to make sure you do not miss any videos throughout the day, subscribe up top, click the annotation at the end of this video, or sourcefed.com. But let's jump into this thing. And the first thing we're going to talk about today is the Occupy protest is still a thing.
Yeah, at least 400 people who were arrested in Oakland, California this Saturday after they went crazy town. Police used tear gas and flash grenades on the rowdy crowd after they became violent and started tearing down fences surrounding an abandoned convention center that they threatened to take over. Police needed to use force on the crowd of about 1,000 people after they were hit with bottles, rocks, and burning flares. The 400 arrests were said to be a record for the city. Good job, Oakland. The incident in Oakland seems to have sparked a fire in the movement as people began protesting in cities like New York, Philadelphia, and Tampa. The movement spread internationally as well in places like Toronto and Melbourne, with messages of solidarity issued by groups in Oslo and Vancouver. The events in Oakland just might be the first punches thrown in an Occupy Wall Street cage match that we might be getting geared up to see. 12 people were arrested in New York after they marched in response to Saturday's events, and one of the longest running tent cities is being forcibly shut down in Washington, D.C. today. What's kind of sad about this whole thing is that the only time the Occupy movement's getting any press is when something violent happens or a tent city is being evicted. I mean, you know what they say, any press is good press, so at least it's in the consciousness. The problem with this is that people start to view the people involved with the movement as a bunch of crazies with the mob mentality, when that's not necessarily true. They're just a passionate, fed-up people. They're looking to get better jobs, see bank reform, and to get corporate money out of politics. They want to get money from the 1% and get it back into the 99.
And you can say that to a point, but it's really not like they're going there to be peaceful. The whole front line of this video are people with shields. You don't bring a shield anywhere unless you're expecting a fight. When was the last time you had a shield, Joe?
A physical one never, an emotional shield every day.
And the thing that kind of makes me sad about all this is that it's really not surprising that this is happening in Oakland. I mean, out of all the Occupy movements when they talked about violence that started from the people that actually showed up to protest, Oakland. And along with that have come the craziest stories of police brutality. And everything I'm saying in this video is coming from someone that was originally with this movement. I was for it, I was angry, but it really hasn't gotten any legs as far as what is it about. You can say that things are bad and jobs and money, but no one's really become the voice of this group. And so it almost doesn't seem right to call it a movement anymore because it's a bunch of people causing trouble. I mean, according to reports in this Oakland protest, the first 20 people arrested, only 3 of them were in fact from Oakland. Another thing that goes hand in hand with these protests is that to get news coverage, it's a lot easier if you are violent. I mean, how many times has the first time you heard about an international story been because like someone died or like the police like beat everyone down?
And it makes a lot of sense because Oakland has had a history of protests that have turned violent in movements for change.
But I think the thing we need to do is understand, like Joe said, that all of these people are not violent. It is just a smaller group that is getting a lot of press, and so we think everyone's crazy. A lot of these people have a point in that things do kind of suck and something needs to happen, but I still say I cannot fully respect the movement until there are goals other than like, this is bad, fix it. That's the mindset of a child, not an adult protester that actually wants change. But ultimately, here's the whole situation. Everyone's paying attention again, might not be for the best reasons, and we'd love to know what you think. So the question of the day, do you think these protesters, they do have a point, or a bunch of people that are just breaking into buildings and causing trouble?
Let us know what you think and why down in the comments, and when you're down there, spend a little time around that like button, subscribe, and click this annotation for more stories of the day. I'm Joe Beretta.
My name's Philip DeFranco.
Thanks, guys.
I'm gonna break into your house.